Drazunas. It's Harris against Avercamp, the toss, the tap, and we're going to have to do it again. Tonight's opening tip-off presented as always by Nike, the official team outfitter for the Ramblers. So it's Harris at 6'7", Avercamp 6'8", center circle here at Gentile Arena. The toss, the tap, and the opening touch controlled by the Milwaukee Panthers. Panthers to attack the basket, two on the right. Ramblers open up man-to-man defensively. Aaron on the dribble, runs the point, gives it up top. Harris, lob feed down low, caught by Panoski on the right baseline. He walked with the basketball as Hicks applied the defense, baseline right.
Rambler ball.
And Milwaukee turns it over on their first possession on this Wednesday night. The Ramblers get their first crack at it, moving right to left. 15 seconds going by in a scoreless tie. Kiki White hands off the weave to Cully Payne, takes it top of the circle. Panthers open up 2-3 zone. Hicks fires a three, left it woefully short. Off the front of the 10, and the rebound gathered in by Jordan Aaron, the Fontaine Jr. guard out of the Bronx, New York. He picks up his dribble, the time stripe. He's double-teamed. Payne knocked it away. Aaron got it back. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout call. Differences as Haggerty gets set to throw it in half court right in front of our microphone. In backcourt over to Jordan Aaron. Aaron carries over to the 10-second line, guarded by Cully Payne. Now on the left wing comes Paris Gully. Gully's been in double figures in 13 of the 15 he's played. Gully's going to tee up a three straight on out front, left it short, and the rebound to Christian Thomas. Lost the handle, but it was there and gathered in off the ground by Jordan Hicks. Still scoreless, 60 seconds going by. Kiki White, high post feed, Avercamp. He turns on Panaski, had the ball knocked away. Gully comes away. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Gully bobbled the dribble, taken back away by Kiki White. Lead feed Avercamp across the lane to Thomas, who rises to the rim and he lays it in. And Christian Thomas off the feed from Avercamp opens the scoring tonight. And the Ramblers take a 2-0 lead. 1 minute and 20 seconds in. Here's Gully now to answer into the offensive end, matched up with Kiki White. Gives to Haggerty above the arc, right side. He's guarded by Christian Thomas, works the dribble, takes it straight away, top of the circle. Now Panoski had 10 rebounds in the loss to Green Bay last Friday night. Hands off in the weave as Jordan Aaron comes to get it. Aaron and Cully Payne, a pair of number ones matched up. They send it in the left corner. Gully, pull up jumper left baseline from 15, doesn't go. It rattled out, but Ryan Haggerty there to pick up the loose change, the tip in left of the rim on the offensive glass, and that draws Milwaukee even. 2 apiece, 2 minutes going by. First half here in Rogers Park. Here's Cully Payne now on the dribble, top of the circle, sends it right corner over to Kiki White, head and shoulder fake, takes it right to the key, flip out Payne, loads up a three, just left of center circle, off the rim, no, and an offensive putback by Ben Avercamp, just right of the rim, and Ben has his first two of the night. 4-2 Ramblers, 17:41 to go first half. Panoski gives to Aaron in the forecourt as Cully Payne applies the defense. Aaron works between the legs and the dribble, pitches it out over to Haggerty, tried to dump it down low, knocked away by Thomas, right back into the hands of Haggerty. Sends it out, Panoski, three ball left side, and he got it.
3-point field goal.
J.J. Panoski is 12th triple of the campaign. Came in just a 24% clip from beyond the arc, but his first triple try tonight gives Milwaukee their first lead. 5-4 our count, 17-12 to play first half. Avercamp head of the key. Gives to Payne, short corner left, refeeds Avercamp on the left baseline. Gets it back away to Payne, takes it top of the circle, picks up his dribble, whip out over to Avercamp, drives on Gully, left of the key, pull-up jumper from 10, baseline left is good. And Ben Avercamp's come to play today. He's got 4. Ramblers back up by 1, 6-5.
And that's something we haven't seen in the past 3 or 4 games. Ben Avercamp really focusing on scoring coming out in the first 3-4 minutes.
16:44 to go in the first half. Ramblers a 1-point lead. Here's Harris right of the key, guarded by Avercamp. No look pass to Jordan Aaron down low, who got loose for the deuce on the left-hand side of the lane. And Aaron has his first 2. Milwaukee forges ahead 7-6. 3.5 minutes gone by first half. Kiki White, 2 hands a pass out to Jordan Hicks in the left point. Takes it top of the circle. Now Cully Payne dumps down low to Avercamp, who had positioning on Panoski, but a whistle and a foul called. I believe it's going to be a reach-in on JJ.
Absolutely, that was a great pass by Cully Payne, but a better catch by Ben Avercamp while he had his arm tied up there with the defensive player.
For the Panthers,
Austin Arians, another one of these talented freshmen for the Panthers, comes in to replace Harris. Arians, 6'6", 200, a freshman out of Stoughton, Wisconsin. Prepped at Edgewood High School in Madison. Ramblers inbound, get to Avercamp. He missed the dunk. It was contested by Panoski, and we've got a whistle and a foul called. And the foul's going to be against J.J. Panoski, the 6'10 redshirt freshman out of Broadhead, Wisconsin.
Second team
so
foul.
Panoski's going to pick up his second team foul, number 2 on Milwaukee, and for a ball club that's only used 7 players in each of the last 3 games. Foul trouble to one of their starters is not what the doctor ordered for head coach Rob Jeter.
So we've seen teams in the past clamp down on Ben Avercamp. But because Christian Thomas has emerged here as such a tremendous scorer with double-doubles, 4 double-doubles here recently, now they're double-teaming him more often than Ben Avercamp, leaving Ben open for shots, the ability to get passes and ultimately score.
Avercamp knocks down the first. He's 7th in the Horizon League, 84% from the stripe. Leads the club at free throw makes with attempts. Second one good as well. 6 points for Ben Avercamp, the senior out of Germantown, Wisconsin. 6 to the Ramblers, 8 to the Ramblers, lead it by 1, 8-7. Devin Turk, London DeCubo into the Rambler lineup for the first time tonight as they replace Jordan Hicks and Cully Payne. Here's Paris Gully. Matched up with Kiki White, a pair of Peoria Manual graduates working against each other on the basketball court. Gully's runner rimmed out. DeCubo and Harris battle for the loose ball rebound. Saved by Gully in front of the Ramblers bench. Gets it away to Aaron. Haggerty, left corner, Arians fires a three, doesn't go. And a weak side rebound foul called against Demetrius so far in this one. Have knocked down 3 of their first 5 shots. The Panthers are 3 for 7. And the Ramblers a 1-point lead with the basketball. Ben Avercamp looks to inbound, does so to Kiki White in backcourt. Milwaukee showing full court pressure for the first time tonight. White gets it away to Avercamp in backcourt. Now into the offensive end of the zone to Christian Thomas. They'll cycle right to Devin Turk. Turk trapped in the right corner, feeds it high post. Thomas down the lane, layup attempt was contested well on the interior by Milwaukee and it couldn't finish. Rebound comes away to Haggerty for the Panthers. Jordan Aaron now into the offensive end. Picked up this trip down by London DeCubo. A spin dribble gives it right wing to Haggerty. Lob feed down low, caught by Harris. Left block. Head and shoulder fake up against Avercamp. Count the basket and the foul. Good post move by Demetrius Harris, who comes in shooting 49% from the floor. That's good for 4th best in the Horizon League. His first 2 of the night. And the foul goes against Ben Avercamp. That's going to be his first. Good entry feed by Haggerty to find Harris down low as well. So Harris to the line. Not somewhere that he has been very successful this year. A 38% clip from the stripe. Free throw on the way, and he got it. Of course he did. So Harris converts a 3-point play. Hicks, Payne, and Osborne onto the Rambler lineup. Kiki White, London DeCubo, and Ben Avercamp take a seat on Porter Moser's bench. The Ramblers now at the basketball find themselves trailing by 2, 10-8 after Harris converted a 3-point play.
Well, you want to see Osborne get going here. He had a tremendous dunk in the UIC game, and so he's really starting to grow and get some maturity here.
Mitch Rolke, the 6', 170-pound junior, into the lineup for the first time tonight for Milwaukee. Payne now runs the point, gives to Turk into the forecourt. Hicks, bounce pass, low right, Osborne, layup attempt, good. Counted in the foul as Nick Osborne tiptoed into the right baseline. Laid it up and in, the hoop and the harm. Osborne, his first 2 just off the bench. He'll go to the line, foul line to our left, looking to convert the 3-point play. As Osborne's layup attempt on the right baseline has brought the Ramblers even at 10 apiece with 15-10 to play first half. Osborne free throw on the way, off back rim a miss. Hicks tried to back tap it, but did so into the hands of Austin Arians of Milwaukee. He quickly hands off to Jordan Aaron. Aaron now runs the point. On the dribble against the crouching defense of Cully Payne. Gives it between the circles to Arians. He's matched up with Hicks. Now Haggerty with the basketball, top of the circle. Picks up his dribble, finds Harris. Just left wing. Top of the circle, Rolke. Rolke keeps the dribble on. Backdoor cut, pick and roll to Harris. Layup attempt with the right hand. It rolled out, and the rebound comes away to Jordan Hicks of the Ramblers. Up ahead, Payne. Payne up the near sideline. Jump stop, 2 hands up past Turk. Passed up an open look momentarily as Jordan Aaron closed on him in the right wing. Turk has it now, cycles left to Payne. High post feed Osborne, back to Turk, loads up a 3 right wing, off back rim a miss, and the rebound pulled down by Demetrius Harris of Milwaukee. Tied at 10, 14-21 to go first half. Haggerty works the dribble into the lane, runs it up from 5, and he got it. Ryan Haggerty, the 6'8 senior, the Bennett Academy grad, has his 4th point of the night, and Milwaukee back up by 2, 12-10 our count.
They're doing a good job of getting the ball into the lane, getting good passes, interior passes, and so we're not seeing them shoot as many 3-point shots as we had hoped.
Payne knocks down a 3, and it gives the Ramblers a 1-point lead. 13-12, 13:51 to go. Payne right on cue, buries a 3-ball, his 27th of the campaign. He's second on this ball club with 27 triples as Milwaukee breaks pressure at the other end. Ramblers by 1, 13-12 our count. 13:37 to go first half. Rolke above the arc of the left hash, guarded by Turk. To his right around a Haggerty ball screen to Harris. Refeeds Rolke. Loads up a 3 left wing. Rattles and falls for Rolke. Off the bench, Rolke, the junior, knocks down a triple try, and Milwaukee forges ahead by 2, 15-13. 13-18 to play. Here's Cully Payne on the dribble, whips it left corner, Hicks. Hicks drives on Haggerty, jump stop left of the key, now a bounce on high, Osborne gets it away to Turk. Turk head and shoulder fake on Haggerty, and they say he walked with the basketball, so Devin Turk on the head and shoulder fake in the right point. Whistled for steps, and the Ramblers give it right back over to Milwaukee. Panthers a 2-point lead, 15-13. Osborne and Thomas check out. Turk's going to check out as well. Ramblers now with White, O'Leary, Hicks, Avercamp, and Payne, the 5 on the floor for Porter Moser. Ramblers 3-quarter court pressure. Haggerty has it far sideline, carries into the offensive end. Now stops on a dime, waits for the cavalry, directing traffic out high, matched up with Matt O'Leary, picks up his dribble. He needs a cutter, does Haggerty, finally gets it away and throws it out of bounds into the Rambler bench. Nobody came to get the basketball for Milwaukee as Haggerty in a world of hurt. O'Leary applying the defense out high between the rings. Milwaukee turns it back over to the Ramblers with 12:51 to go first half. 15-13 Panthers by 2. They're going to say that was deflected off O'Leary. Excuse me.
Went off O'Leary's back there.
So now Milwaukee has it with 11 to shoot. Harris out high. Gives it top of the circle. Arians guarded by Hicks. Shot clock at 7. Haggerty at the left point. Whip pass over to Payne. Arians fires a 3 on the weak side, and he got it to go. Jordan Hicks a little bit late coming over on the wing to cover Austin Arians, who buries his 27th 3-ball of the year.
Absolutely. You know the next shot is going to be a 3-point shot, but the clock's so late that time. Jordan Hicks has got to get there and cover that shot.
So Arians buries a 3-ball, and Milwaukee now their biggest lead of the night. It stands at 5, 18-13, 12:21 to go before halftime. Ramblers the basketball. Moving right to left in this first half. Payne to the foul line, a bounce on the left block. Avercamp wheels in the lane. Half hook with the right hand. Rattles and falls for Ben Avercamp. Ben has 8 of the Ramblers' 15 points here in the opening half. We approach the 12-minute mark. First half, 18-15. Milwaukee by 3 with the basketball. Here's Arians, drives on Turk, stops right baseline. Got Turk to go by and knocks down a 10-foot jumper baseline right. Off the bounce, Austin Arians. A nice pull-up jumper with a head fake. He has 5 straight. Payne now left wing over to White. Dumps it in the left block. O'Leary. O'Leary back to the basket. Guarded by Harris. Bobbled the dribble. Got it back now. Spins toward the baseline. Layup with the right hand. Doesn't go. Rebound tipped out of bounds. Last touch by play tonight. But they've knocked down 3 of their first 5 from beyond the arc and lead. The Ramblers 20-15. 11:38 to go first half. Ramblers inbound. Avercamp had a layup attempt from the left block. Roll out. The rebound comes away to Haggerty on the right side. So Milwaukee back on offensive 5-point lead, 20-15, 11:27 to play. Here's Harzma for the first time tonight, has it out high, matched up with Avercamp. Gives to Arians. Arians works on Devin Turk to Gully. Gully down the lane, pull-up jumper from 10, doesn't go. Weak side rebound comes away to Avercamp. Up ahead White. White wants to push the tempo, top of the circle. Gives Avercamp 2 hands of pass. Payne. He already has a 3-ball tonight. He'll skip a pass over to Devin Turk. Left corner, loads up a 3. Came up short, Karam's over the rim. And into the hands of Paris Gully. Up ahead, Jordan Aaron. Aaron crosses over on Payne. Gives to Arians. Quick trigger 3 over O'Leary out front. Rims out to the rebound. Skied for by Kiki White, the rookie guard out of Peoria. White back the other way. Takes into the forecourt to Turk. Drives the right baseline. Hangs in the air. Tried to pass it out of the wing to Payne. Pass was broken up. Now Arians saved it. They're going to say he was pushed out of bounds. And they do. So O'Leary hip checked Arians. He tried to save the basketball before it went out of bounds. It's going to be a push on Matt O'Leary. That'll be his first. Team foul number 2 whistled against the maroon and gold here in the opening half.
Arians doing a great job of lobbying for that call. There certainly was a lot of contact here on the baseline, but unfortunately for the Ramblers, Milwaukee comes away with it.
20-15, the Panthers a 5-point lead and the basketball with 10:38 to go. First half of this Wednesday night in Rogers Park. Haggerty looks to get it in against full court Rambler pressure. 2 hands of pass right into the hands of Devin Turk. Gives to London. Ramblers will set up the half-court offense. Kiki White angles right of the circle. Back to his left around an Osborne ball screen. Down the lane, walked with the basketball.
Traveling violation.
He put the ball on his hip, took about 5 steps, and unfortunately, one of the men in the black and white stripes was able to call that.
You know, we always call that the pro step because the pros always got an extra.
That might have been the veteran pro step.
Oh, absolutely. Super pro.
So Milwaukee inbounds after the Rambler turnover, 20-15. Panthers by 5. Haggerty to the foul line, bobbled the dribble, and they're going to say he double dribbled as he ran into a bit of traffic as he tried to negotiate it into the paint. So Milwaukee gives it right back over to the Ramblers. So turnover after turnover.
15,
here in this first half, a bit of sloppy play the last couple of minutes. Harris back in for the Panthers. As Ryan Haggerty will take a seat on Rob Jeter's bench. Here's Kiki White now through the center circle of the forecourt. Angles left of the circle, picked up by Paris Gully. Back to his right around an Osborne ball screen. Cycle right to Turk. Fires the three right side off the rim, no. And Demetrius Harris skied for that rebound. His elbows were over the rim.
Absolutely.
Harris, an impressive player, as we said, a 49% clip from the floor. Good for 4th best in the Horizon League. Gully goes right, passes left. Aaron. Now Harris, whip out pass. Arians left wide open for 3, and he can't get inbound for the Ramblers, who now find themselves trailing Milwaukee by 8. Panthers full court pressure. Thomas looking to get it in, does so in backcourt to Osborne. Osborne needs a cutter, finds London to Kubo. London two-hands a pass. Kiki White into the forecourt. Ramblers break pressure. Left corner, Turk, who walked with the basketball again. Another head and shoulder fake as Turk has been left open, but as Milwaukee is closed on him defensively to take away the three-point threat, he's unfortunately traveled the basketball on a couple of occasions here in the first half, and the Ramblers give it back over to Milwaukee, trailing by 8, 23-15. The visiting Panthers with 9:41 to go in this first half. Panthers get it in. Jordan Aaron with the basketball on the far sideline against the crouching defense of London to Kubo. Bounces right. Now hands off the high post feed over to Harris. Dumped it to nobody. Harrisman had already passed the spot where Harris was trying to feed him. Goes out of bounds, baseline left, and Milwaukee gives it back over to the Ramblers.
Harris was the Aaron pass there, but he does a great job of stopping on a dime to not get the offensive foul there. He does a great job of stopping.
Harris, the team's top rebounder at 5.3 per contest. 2.1 points, 1.7 rebounds last year in 19 games for the Panthers. But he is something different this year.
Ramblers, a 30-second
really
timeout.
For more information, call 1-866-TRY-NOVA or visit them online at novacare.com. Ramblers the basketball. White in backcourt, gives to Thomas. He'll turn, find Cully Payne to the offensive end. Payne top of the circle, shovels back off to White. Looks right, passes left over to Hicks. Hicks works around a Thomas ball screen, gives to Payne, refeeds Hicks, just left of the key. Angles left around a Thomas screen, into the corner, bobble the dribble. Arians all over him now. He's going to throw it back up top and out of bounds. In backcourt as the Ramblers turn it back over to the Panthers.
You know, they just settled down. We haven't seen them execute very well, quite honestly, in this first 10 minutes at all. If they just relax and see the man pass the ball, I think they'd be a lot more successful.
So the Panthers now with an 8-point lead as Kiki White steps in front of an Aaron pass, takes it coast to coast to the rack, lays it up and in. Kiki White to steal his second of the night and his first 2 points, and the Ramblers are back within 6, and they needed that because it had gotten awfully sloppy in the offensive end for the Vernon Gold the last couple of trips down. 8.5 to play, 23-17, Milwaukee by 6. Here's Jordan Aaron above the arc on the left side. Works to his right around a Harris screen. Tried to find Harris, now puts the ball on the deck, drives into the lane. And we're going to have an offensive foul called against Milwaukee. The foul's going to go against Jordan Aaron, the 5'10", 160-pound junior out of the Bronx, New York. That'll be his first.
Unfortunate move for Aaron. A tremendous play into the lane. Just a little bit of an elbow going in there, but a great power move into the lane that time by Aaron.
So Aaron picks up his first, team foul number 5 on Milwaukee. Ramblers trailing by 6 with the basketball. Payne a lob feed to White as he found Avercamp into the offensive end. He'll refeed Payne out high. The Ramblers will set up the half-court offense. Payne two hands a pass to Hicks, the right hash mark. Refeeds Payne out high. Cycle left to White. 2-3 zone employed by Milwaukee. White angles left for the dribble, back up top to Payne. He'll drive right, gives to Hicks on the right point. Now dumped down low, and Hicks went all the way to the rim. A nice head and shoulder fake. Arians up in the air. And Hicks converted the layup attempt to the right baseline for his first 2 of the night. All of a sudden, the Ramblers have scored 4 straight.
Hicks can really help this team if he can continue to do that. A tremendous job of driving to the basket in most games we've seen, but he just doesn't do it often enough.
Here's Jordan Aaron out high. Near the left hash mark on the dribble against Payne. Takes it right. Now lob feed Harris, caught in the lane, up with the left hand off the window, shot doesn't go. He couldn't finish the layup attempt. It was contested in traffic, but he got hacked on his way in. And the play has gotten awfully sloppy over the last 4 minutes. Both ball clubs in the last 4 minutes and 11 seconds have combined for 9 turnovers. That's really affected the half-court offense.
It has, and the Ramblers' inability to move the ball around on their offensive end. I don't think that Christian Thomas has touched the ball in the last 10 minutes.
It seems like it's been a while as Harris misses the first foul shot. Now 1 of 2 from the stripe tonight. He has 1 more to come. Free throw on the way, got it to go.
You know, Christian Thomas last game, nearly a double-double in the first half of the game against Detroit. It's really important to get him going.
So Harris makes 1 of 2. He now has 4 points, and Milwaukee a 5-point lead. Here's Cully Payne, a bounce feed to Avercamp to the line, into the lane. Leaves it for Hicks. Reverse layup is good. Left of the rim as he went down the right-hand side of the baseline, hung in the air, and finished at the other end. Hicks has his 4th point of the night. Ramblers back within 3, 24-21. Here's Jordan Aaron. Out high near the time stripe, pounds the left-hand dribble. A bounce to the left hash to Paris Gully. Works to his right. Around a Harris ball screen. Feeds Aaron. Skip pass over to Arians. Left open for 3. Right corner doesn't go. And the rebound to Christian Thomas. Outlet right. Cully Payne. Payne into the forecourt. Pounds the dribble. Now picks it up. Needs a cutter. Finds Christian Thomas out high. Foul on extended right to Hicks. Hicks brings it back out above the arc. Refeeds Payne, who blows off the right wing. Jump pass out to Hicks. Straight on 3 out front. Off back rim a miss. And the rebound to Harris. Gets it away to Jordan Aaron. Aaron up the near sideline for Milwaukee. Panthers a 3-point lead, 24-21, 6:25 to go first half. Aaron in the weave. A flip for Gully, who's guarded tightly by Kiki White out high. Out near the time stripe to his right, now back to his left, back to his right to the foul line. Kick to Haggerty. He'll load up a long 3 over Thomas. And it was well off the mark to the right. Rebound comes away to Avercamp of the Ramblers. Ramblers push the tempo with 6:05 to play. Avercamp, foul line jumper in the lane. Turn around, got it to go over Arians. And Ben Avercamp is in double figures with 10 points. 17th time in 21 games the senior out of Germantown, Wisconsin has reached double figures. And his latest 2 points bring the Ramblers back within 1. 24-23, 5:45 to play first half. Here's Haggerty, a bounce for Harris. On the right wing, tried to force it down low to Arians, broken up by Hicks. Here comes Payne into the forecourt. Angling right to left, stops top of the circle. Drops it off for Kiki White. White of the left hash mark. He'll survey this 2-3 zone employed by the Panthers and give to Cully Payne out near the time stripe. Payne sends a pass on the left wing to Hicks. He stands above the arc. Haggerty matched up with him. Now the Ramblers cycle right. Backdoor cut over to Avercamp. Foul line jumper this time left it short, and the rebound run down and gathered in by Demetrius Harris in Milwaukee. Panthers still up by 1, 24-23. We approach the 5-minute mark. Harris in the foul line. Whip out pass left corner. 3 in the air out of the hands of Gully. Rims out. Long run for the rebound. And the race was run by Cully Payne, and a reach-in foul called against Paris Gully. Long carom off the missed 3 and a loose ball. That was just a hustle play as Cully Payne outran Paris Gully. Gully's going to pick up the personal foul for Milwaukee. That's going to be his first, team foul number 6. Whistled against the Panthers here in the opening half.
You know, the Ramblers doing a great job on the defensive end, already forcing 8 turnovers here in the first half, but they have to continue to execute on the offensive end and look more like the Rambler team that we've seen in the past.
So Cully Payne now, and a fresh 35-second shot clock for the maroon and gold. Ramblers on offense, trailing by 1. Hicks, foul line right into the right corner. Turk fires a 3, rims out. Nobody blocked out Christian Thomas, who crashed the boards, got the offensive board, the step back, his 4th point of the night. Thomas coming in, the second in the Horizon League, averaging 2.3 offensive rebounds per game, and he made that one count. Ramblers up by 1, 25-24, 4:27 to go first half. Gully on the right side to Aaron, trying to get loose on Payne. Passes out to Kyle Kell. Kell now high post feed over to Paris Gully. Leaner from 5 is good with the right hand. Gully kind of forced it up down the right-hand side of the lane, but Gully, the team's top scorer at 15.2 points per contest, has his first 2 of the night. Milwaukee back up by 1, 26-25. We approach the 4-minute mark. Payne between the legs of the dribble, matched up with Gully, angles right. Now whip out pass Hicks. Thought about a 3 over Haggerty. Instead passes down low. Thomas, a reach-in foul called against Milwaukee. Leave the half here at Gentile Arena in Chicago, visiting Milwaukee 26 and the Ramblers 25. Panthers with 11 of their 26 points coming off the bench for Rob Jeter's ball club. This is a team in Milwaukee that did not have a bench point on Friday night in their 20-point loss to Green Bay. So they've made some quick improvements here for the next matchup tonight in Rogers Park. Christian Thomas to the line, earns the bonus as he knocks down the 1-1. Christian with 5 points now on the night so far. 73% from the stripe this year, but just 3 of 8 on Saturday when he recorded his 4th double-double. 18 points, 11 rebounds. Second free throw rattles and falls. So 6 points for Thomas, and the Ramblers are back up by 1, 27-26. 3:48 to go, first half. Jordan Aaron gives to Rolke. Rolke on a bounce back to Aaron on the right wing. Into the right corner they go to Haggerty. He's matched up with London. Ramblers now working an aggressive 2-3 zone out high. Aaron a bounce. Over to Rolke in the right corner. Harzma head and shoulder fake back to Rolke inside the arc. Flip for Aaron. Fires the 3 right wing. Off back rim a miss. Thomas deflected it in the back tap, and they're going to say last touch by Christian Thomas of the Ramblers. It'll stay with Milwaukee. Fresh 35-second shot clock. 3:25 to go in this first half. Ramblers now with Turk, London DeCubo, Nick Osborne, Christian Thomas, and Jordan Hicks. The 5 on the floor for Porter Moser. Aaron gets it inbounds for Milwaukee, gives to Rolke. Rolke out high, picks up his dribble. On the bounce for Harzma. Harzma working against Thomas. Out above the arc. Flips for Jordan Aaron. Aaron matched up against the crouching defense of DeCubo. Drives on DeCubo, left of the key, left of the lane, all the way to the rack. Layup attempt doesn't go. Weak shot, rebound pulled down by Jordan Hicks. So the Ramblers with 3:02 to play first half. 27-26, Ramblers by 1. Osborne left of the key, flips it out above the arc. Hicks now to London, back over to Hicks on the right side, around an Osborne ball screen. London feeds the post down low. Thomas gathered it in, rises to the rim, and he lays it in off the window. Thomas has 8 here in the first half, and the Ramblers a 3-point lead, 29-26. 2:41 to go first half. Harzma top of the circle. Harzma flips it out to Rolke. Rolke holds the ball on his hip, calls out the play, guarded by Devin Turk. Now to Harzma. Just left the center circle. Kyle Kelm, high post feed Haggerty, spins into the lane, rises up off the window and in. Great post move by Haggerty as Osborne applied the defense, and Haggerty has 6 here in the opening half. He came in averaging just 1.9. Ramblers a 1-point lead in the basketball. Here's Turk to the foul line, flip it up to London. Now on the right point comes Hicks. To his left around an Osborne ball screen, picks up his dribble, sends it left corner to Kubo. Drives the left baseline, tried to shovel it off to Thomas. And they're going to call a 3-second violation on Christian Thomas. So Milwaukee will take over possession here as Avercamp, O'Leary, White, and Payne check back into the Rambler lineup, replacing DeCubo, Hicks, Osborne, and Thomas.
So the Ramblers doing a great job on their defensive end, extending Milwaukee's offense, forcing them off the 3-point line. Not many post-entry passes, so good job for the Ramblers.
Milwaukee the basketball, 29-28, Ramblers by 1. 1:53 to go first half. Here's Jordan Aaron on spin dribble to his right around a Haggerty screen. Feeds Harzma. Harzma 3 is off the mark. Haggerty back tapped it into the hands of Harzma. And Milwaukee's going to re-rack the offense. Here's Aaron. High bounce dribble. Gives it right down low. Harzma lays it up and in. On the right block. Good post move by Harzma. A nice offensive rebound by Haggerty to keep the possession alive and reset the half-court offense. Milwaukee back up by 1, 30-29, 1:23 to go first half. Payne top of the circle. Gives it to Turk on the right wing. Head and shoulder fake. Now finds O'Leary. Short corner right. 2 hands a pass up top between the rings to Payne. He's guarded by Jordan Aaron. Now Kiki White in the left wing. Drives on Paris Gully. Ball was deflected away. Tried to get it away to Avercamp. Deflected out of bounds into the Milwaukee bench. Last touch for the Panthers. It'll stay with the Ramblers with 1:06 to play. And just 9 seconds remaining on the Rambler timer, as Jordan Hicks will throw it in right in front of the Milwaukee bench, deep in that left-hand corner. 9 seconds to the Ramblers shot clock as Hicks looks to get it in. He'll lob it up near the time stripe to Cully Payne. Payne down to his left around an Avercamp screen. Drives left to the key, runs it up with the left hand. Shot doesn't go. O'Leary, weak shot, rebound. Got it to Hicks, who laid it up and in.
Great heads-up play that time by O'Leary. Wow, what a great pass.
Jordan Hicks has 6. Under a minute to play. Ramblers by 1, 31-30. About a 19-second differential, game and shot clock. Aaron into the right corner. Arians rises a three, and he got it. And Milwaukee leads it by 2. Arians, his third triple in the opening half. He has 11. 33 seconds for the first half. 3-second differential, game and shot clock. 33-31, Milwaukee by 2. Kiki White alternates hands in the right-hand dribble. Out near the time stripe as the Ramblers milking down the remaining seconds of the first half clock. White, top of the dribble, got it back. Shot clock down to 10. He veers right. Now back to his left, top of the circle. 5 in the shot clock. White crosses over, runs it up with the right hand. Left the layup attempt short. Avercamp's tip doesn't go. Back tap by Harzma, run down by Payne, who's going to fire it up at the buzzer, and it comes well short. And a foul. We have a foul called against Jordan Aaron, as Payne dove for that loose ball, threw it up, and that was either an incredibly smart play. I'd like to see a replay if he forced contact on Aaron there, but at my first glance, it looked like he was just trying to get rid of it before the first half clock expired. But Jordan Aaron was right there, and I believe Payne forced some contact, and that was the result. We'll go to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity.
I think he just got caught.
They haven't put the foul on the board as of yet.
Yeah.
It should be the 8th team foul against Milwaukee here in the first half. And for Aaron, that's going to be his second. So a 1-and-1 chance now for Cully Payne. Foul line to our left. And if he hits them both, we're all even at the break.
Why wouldn't he be shooting three shots? If he threw the ball up there, it looked like he was touched while he was in the act of shooting, and I believe he should have 3 shots.
Well, that's going to be the second question. Our officiating crew is looking at the monitor of whether or not he was in the act of shooting or whether or not it was a blocking foul before he released the basketball.
Looks like they're talking it over. Let's see what we get.
Well, from a broken play, the Ramblers have an opportunity, if this is a 3-shot foul, to go into the halftime locker room with a lead.
I think he's got to get 3 shots.
How much, Dan?
So they're going to put 0.3 seconds back on the clock. We still, to my knowledge, don't have an indication on how many foul shots that Cully Payne's going to go to the line, and he misses the first.
I don't understand.
And I'm not sure either ball club knows if this is a 1-and-1 or a 3-shot opportunity.
Exactly. Neither team had started to walk to the line yet. It was very strange there. It looked like he was shooting a technical foul.
So it's 33-31 Milwaukee as Payne missed the first free throw attempt. He came in 81%, which is good for 10th in the Horizon League.
It's not a technical. Danny, they got to be on the line.
And now he's got 2 more shots to come. So he was initially given 3 shots.
Okay.
Payne to the foul line for his second. On the way, he missed that. So now the best the Ramblers can hope for is to be within 1 here at the break as Osborne checks back in. Avercamp's going to check out. Neither ball club was lined up along the lane for the charity tosses, and with time still on the clock and not a technical, I think that Porter Moser a little bit upset with both ball clubs and the officiating crew. Payne knocks down the third of 3, so he goes 1 for 3 from the stripe. He has 4 points. It's 33-32 Milwaukee. 0.3 seconds left in the first half. Inbound to Haggerty. He's going to throw it up for an entire 40 minutes and not just 20.
Absolutely, but you know, while those 2 players are down, Austin Arians obviously shooting at a very high clip. The reality is the Ramblers have to start making some 3-pointers of their own, shooting just 12.5% in the first half.
Ramblers just 1 of 8 from beyond the arc after 20 minutes of play. Ramblers open up possession here in the second half. Jump past Kiki White. Tried to find Hicks, who was taken away momentarily. Hicks got it back. Ramblers now cycle back over to Thomas. Jumper from the baseline. Right doesn't go. Into the hands of Avercamp. Forced it up from the right block. That one came up short, but he was hacked on his way in, and a personal foul called against Milwaukee. They're going to get Ryan Haggerty, the 6'8", 210-pound senior out of Glen Ellen, Illinois. That's going to be the second of the night on Haggerty and the first on Milwaukee here in the second half. So Ben Avercamp looking to open up the scoring here in the second stanza as he goes back to the line for the Ramblers, where he's 2 of 2 tonight. First free throw on the way is good. So Avercamp now with 11 points, only Rambler in double figures. The Ramblers strike first here in the second half and tie this ball game up at 33 apiece. 1 more foul shot to come for Ben, the senior out of Germantown, Wisconsin, and that one's good as well. So a cool dozen for Ben who averaged 16 points and 4 assists against Milwaukee last year. Has a dozen already, and just 30 seconds into the second half, the Ramblers forge ahead 34-33. Milwaukee, their first touch here in the second half. Jordan Aaron gives it over to Panoski on the right wing. He's well off the mark with a three. Didn't even draw iron. Kiki White quickly into the forecourt. Feeds it for Hicks. Fires a three left wing off the mark. Weak side rebound. Demetrius Harris of the Panthers. Panoski, keep in mind, spent the vast majority of the first half on the bench after picking up a couple of early fouls. Aaron skips it across the lane to Harris, who rises and spikes it home on the left block.
He knew he was going to get one of those at some point during this game. He's such an athletic player.
Demetrius Harris has 6, and Milwaukee back up by 1, 35-33. Ramblers look to answer. Avercamp two-hands a pass. Hicks left wide open, drives on Harris. And we have a whistle off the basketball.
3-second violation.
So a 3-second violation called against the Ramblers. The second time that's happened tonight, and the Ramblers give it back over to Milwaukee. So the Panthers a 1-point lead, 35-34. Just a minute 15 gone by here in the second half. Jordan Aaron gives it over to Paris Gelly in backcourt. Between the legs and the dribble, picked up on the crouching defense of Kiki White. Now drives on White, takes it to the foul line. Left corner, Panoski. Passed up an open look, gives to Gully now. To the foul line, down the lane. Scoop shot doesn't go. Hicks the rebound, and he'll outlet quickly to Payne. Payne wants to push up the far sideline. Payne crosses over on Aaron. Stops in the key, gives to Hicks. Blows off the right wing, hangs in the air, elevates to the cup with a kiss.
Jordan Hicks is so good going to the basket. I'm telling you, if they can get him going and be more consistent, he really can help this team.
Jordan Hicks off the bounce on the drive, and he has 8. The Ramblers back up by 1, 36-35. 2 minutes gone by, second half here in Rogers Park. Paris Gully directing traffic out high. He'll cross over on Hicks. Hicks stays right with him. Now gets it up top. Jordan Aaron, the 5'10", diminutive guard out of the Bronx, New York. He's picked up by Cully Payne. Rambler man-to-man this trip down. Here's Gully. We're on a Harris screen. Feeds Panoski. Tried to dump it down low. Back over to Harris. Broken up by Hicks. Up ahead White. White driving in. Blocked away by Panoski, but a whistle and a blocking foul first. And 2 shots upcoming for Kiki White as Panoski, trailing the play, is going to pick up a personal foul. That's going to be his 3rd. Team foul number 2 on the Panthers here in the second half. And that's going to send Jeff Kiki White to the line for the Ramblers, making his first start tonight. Has 2 points, 1 assist, 2 rebounds, and a steal. On the year, just 52% from the stripe. 12 of 23. Right-handed freshman eyes the hoop and knocks down the first. So 3 points for White, starting in place of the injured Joe Chrisman, who broke his finger on Saturday in the loss to Detroit. Underwent surgery earlier this morning. It was successful, but Joe Chrisman, the sophomore guard out of Munster, Indiana, likely to miss 2 to 3 weeks out of action for the Ramblers. Second one by Kiki is off back rim, a miss. Rebound back tap. Who touched it last? They're going to say Haggerty. So Haggerty knocked it out of bounds. The Ramblers get a fresh 35-second shot clock inbound left of the rim in the form of Cully Payne. Ramblers now up by 2, 37-35. About 2.5 minutes gone by here. Second half in Rogers Park. Payne gets it in, left corner Hicks. Head and shoulder fake on Haggerty. Jump stop in the lane. Rises to the rim and he finger rolls it in. Jordan Hicks playing above the rim here in the second half. He's in double figures with 10. And Milwaukee forced to call time against Rambler full court pressure.
Well, that's exactly what the Ramblers need. Jordan Hicks to get going here. Scoring 10 points, that's amazing.
Payne. They're 0-11. Away from Milwaukee, Wisconsin this year. Ramblers unveil full court pressure. Milwaukee gets it in. Paris Gully, who's just 1 of 7 from the floor tonight, and 2 points for the team's top scorer. Carries it over the 10-second line, picked up by Kiki White. Take it left of the key, now back to his right around a Harris screen. Flip it back to the left of the weak side to Jordan Aaron. Aaron pounds the dribble, crosses over on Cully Payne to the foul line, forced it up with the right hand from the right elbow. Good, and they're going to count the basket and the foul. Impressive athletic move by Jordan Aaron, his 4th point of the night. Foul's going to go against Cully Payne, who is backpedaling. It's going to be his first, team foul number 1 on the Ramblers here in the second half. And that's going to send Jordan Aaron to the line, looking to convert the 3-point play. Aaron comes in, 3rd in the Horizon League, a team high 87% from the line. He leads his club in free throw makes as Devin Turk comes in, replacing Kiki White. Aaron first trip to the line tonight. 4 points for the junior out of the Bronx, New York. Came in averaging 14.3 per game. That was good for 6th best in the Horizon League. And he gets the free throw to go. So Aaron with 5. He converts the three-point play. And Milwaukee is back within 1, 39-38, 17:05 to play. Milwaukee now showing full court pressure. The Ramblers scramble a bit, but do get it in. Now Avercamp to answer pass. Hicks as the Ramblers carrying the offensive end. Hicks down the lane to the rack, lays it in. Jordan Hicks putting on a show. A dozen for the redshirt senior out of Rochester, Minnesota. And the Ramblers back up by 3, 41-38, 16:41 to go, second half. Jordan Aaron now picks up his dribble, a bounce to the left hash mark over to Haggerty. He's guarded by Thomas. Gives it inside the arc. Harris is matched with Avercamp to Gully down the lane, and he got it to go against Hicks of the offensive end. Paris Gully just his second field goal of the night, 4th point. And Milwaukee back within 1, 41-40 our count. Ramblers a 1-point lead the basketball, 16-17 to go, second half. Here's Payne left of the key. Jump pass out front. Avercamp loads up a 3. It rims out. Rebound back tapped into the hands of Demetrius Harris for Milwaukee. Harris into the forecourt to Aaron Jordan. 4 minutes gone by, second half. Ramblers by 1, 41-40 our count. Aaron staccato right hand dribble out high. Gives to Haggerty. Haggerty guarded by Thomas. Now Harris. He'll turn on Avercamp. Give to Aaron. Drive on Payne. Left baseline. Hangs in the air. Shot doesn't go. There was contact. No foul called. Weak shot. Rebound of Christian Thomas. Up into the forecourt to Cully Payne. Payne bounces on the dribble. Gives to Thomas. Cycle right. Turk loads up an open look for 3. Off the mark to the left. And a long rebound comes out to Jordan Aaron. Lead feed. Harris, who spikes it at the other end. And Milwaukee leads it by 1, 42-41. A long carom to Jordan. He fed into the offensive end. Harris spiked it home, his 8th point of the night. And Milwaukee's back up by 1. 42-41, 15-17 to go. Here's Hicks above the arc on the right wing. Hicks guarded by Arians. Now Payne works left into the paint to Avercamp. Had his shot blocked away from behind by Haggerty, but a whistle and a foul called against Haggerty, the senior out of Bennett Academy. That's going to be his 3rd.
I think Harris has got some cramps here in his left leg. Looks like he's limping a bit.
Yeah, Harris limping off as Haggerty picks up his. Ramblers find themselves trailing Milwaukee by 1, 42-41, 15:06 to go, second half here in Rogers Park as we welcome you back inside Gentile Arena. Ben Avercamp to the line, foul line to our right. The senior out of Germantown, Wisconsin, sends the first free throw and rattles out. Avercamp now 4 of 5 from the stripe. He has 12 points, 2 assists, and 5 rebounds. Kyle Kelm back into the Milwaukee lineup. And he's going to replace Ryan Haggerty, who will check out with those 3 personal fouls. Demetrius Harris being worked on just in front to the Milwaukee bench, off to our left. Harris having a nice night for the Panthers. And he has been a big part of their comeback in this ball game and their ability to knock down shots, because he can do so at a pretty high clip. Here's Harzma on the right wing. As Avercamp went 1 of 2 from the stripe. Gully got Avercamp in the air, goes by Avercamp, pulls up from 10, doesn't go. Kyle Kelm, his offensive rebound, the putback went off back rim, a miss, and the rebound now secured by Devin Turk of the Ramblers. Tied at 42. White, scoop shot in traffic. It was contested by Kelm. Kelm blocked it. And Aaron comes away from Milwaukee. Into the right corner, Arians. Arians can't get loose on Hicks. Sends it back out above the arc over to Jordan Aaron. On the dribble against Kiki White to his left around a Harzma ball screen. Stutter step left of the key. Fades from 15 and he got it. Jordan Aaron off the bounce has 7. 5 so far here in the second half. And with 14-16 to play, it's 44-42. Milwaukee now a 2-point lead in the Ramblers. Ramblers the basketball left to right in the second half. White top of the circle. O'Leary dumps down low. Avercamp, a whistle. And it's going to be a hand check down low. I believe they're going to get Harzma trying to deny that entry pass. Don't check that. They're going to get Paris Gully.
So it was a great entry pass that time, but one of the things we haven't seen really this happen much of the first half, the Ramblers coming down and moving the ball and executing their offense. I'd like to see a bit more of that.
Fresh 35 now for the Ramblers. Lob feed caught by Avercamp, foul line, kicked to O'Leary, 3-ball right wing. It's off the mark, and the weak shot rebound to Harzma. Ramblers now 1 of 12 for beyond the arc. Here's Aaron. through the paint. Gives to Gully left corner. He's guarded by Jordan Hicks. 13:52 to go. Second half, 44-42. Milwaukee by a deuce. Gully pull-up jumper from 15. The right elbow doesn't go. Rebound to Hicks. Outlet right, Kiki White. White into the forecourt. Skip pass, weak side. Head and shoulder fake by Turk. Drives into the lane. Runs it up. Shot was deflected away by Milwaukee, and the Panthers come away. Aaron now slaloms into the forecourt, guarded by Turk. Right corner three for Gully. It's off the rim of the weak side rebound. Karam's out to Kiki White. Kiki wants to push. Navigates through traffic to the foul line. Dumps it for Hicks. Layup attempt doesn't go, but trailing the play. Avercamp with a tip in right of the rim. He has 14, and we're even at 44.
Making sure they get back on the defensive end, but the Ramblers have to come down and execute. They're shooting the ball very quickly after just one pass many times.
Milwaukee held to just 8 points at UIC last week. As a matter of fact, their last 2 games, they've been outscored 81-35. Richard fires a 3 left wing just off the bench. Long Karam comes out to the Ramblers. Payne, jump stop, 10-foot jumper left it short. Should have passed it off, and the rebound comes out to Aaron. Aaron through traffic into the offensive end, tied at 44. 12:45 to go, second half. Aaron out near the hash mark. Draws Kiki White defensively, waits for a pick from Harsman to his left, now goes right, drives with the dribble to the foul line. His runner with the right hand rattles out to Avercamp, the rebound in the lane. Outlet right over to Cully Payne. Payne into the forecourt. Quickly stops top of the circle. White now left wide open. He'll drive into the paint. Try to whip around past to Turk. Broken up. Got it back. Over to Thomas. Layup. Good off the window and in from the right block. Christian Thomas in double figures. He has 10th time in the last 12 games that he's been in double digits in scoring, and the most recent 2 give the Ramblers a 2-point lead, 46-44. As we approach the 12-minute mark, second half, Ramblers now switch to his own defense. Aaron, lob feed caught by Kelm. Deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Milwaukee. I saw part of Kelm's jersey being held, I think, when he went up for that lob pass. No foul called. Here's led by Ben Avercamp's 15, 12 for Jordan Hicks, and 10 for Christian Thomas. Milwaukee so far with just 1 in double figures. Austin Arians, he has 11, but has been scoreless so far in the first 8 minutes and 4 seconds of this second half. Ramblers break huddle with Payne, Turk, Thomas, Avercamp, and Hicks. Milwaukee countering with Haggerty, Aaron, Harris, Arians, and Richard, and the layup attempt is off the mark by Milwaukee, and the Ramblers come away. 46-44, Ramblers by 2. Here's Hicks, left of the key, jump stop, pull-up jumper from 10, rattles and falls. He got a benevolent bounce, and Jordan Hicks off the bounce once again as his 14th point of the night. It's a 4-point lead for the Ramblers, 48-44, 11.5 to play. Second half here in Rogers Park. Haggerty in the right corner, gives to Harris, refeeds Haggerty out high on the dribble against Turk. Now finds Richard, a whistle and a foul called. It's going to go against Milwaukee, and the Ramblers will have it. Fouls called against Demetrius Harris. That's going to be his 3rd. Team foul number 5 on the Panthers here in the second half.
You know, we just mentioned the ability to get to the basket. Jordan Hicks is playing such tremendous offensive basketball tonight. If he continues to play this way, it'll be great for the Ramblers.
That would be a sight for sore eyes for many Rambler fans. 11:15 to go. Ramblers by 4 with the rock. Devin Turk has it above the arc, right side to Thomas. Lob feed caught by Avercamp in the lane. Wild shot with the left hand doesn't go. His follow doesn't go, but it was back tap by Hicks, and the second miss out to Payne. Now Avercamp right of the key. Matched up with Harris. And they're going to call a travel against Avercamp as Demetrius Harris applied the defense right of the key. Good job by Harris, and the Ramblers turn it back over. That's the Ramblers' 10th turnover of the night. In Milwaukee, the basketball now trailing by 4, 48-44. The Rambler lead with 10:47 to go, second half. Here's Aaron, works the right-hand dribble. Gives it right hash mark over to Haggerty. Thomas all over him. Feeds the post. Harris backing in on Avercamp. Lost on his way up. Ball deflected by Hicks into the hands of Avercamp. Great job in the interior defense by the Maroon and Gold that trip down. 10.5 to play second half. Ramblers by 4 with the rock. Here's Devin Turk on the right wing, guarded by Harris. Gives to Payne. He'll angle left of the circle on the dribble, guarded by Aaron. Back to his right now. 2 hands a pass to Turk. Short corner right, Avercamp. Back up top to Payne. Loads up a 3 straight away, and he got it. Cully Payne from downtown his second triple of the night, give him 7. And the Ramblers enjoying their biggest lead of the night. It's 51-44 as we hit the 10-minute mark here in the second half. Here's Gully into the paint. Traffic, bodies fly. No foul called. Now finally there is. And it's going to go against the Ramblers, a blocking foul. Somebody committed a foul.
You know, I don't know. That's a tough call to make. I mean, Gully's right next to him, and he just kind of leans in and falls. Ben Avercamp tries to take the charge and falls. And so I don't know where the foul was there, quite honestly.
Avercamp whistled for his second. Team foul number 2 against the Ramblers. Milwaukee, a fresh 35-second shot clock. Arians back to the basket, guarded by Turk. Hands off to Aaron out how to reset the offense. 9:49 for the ball game. Ramblers by 7, 51-46. Aaron off the bounce. Jumper from 15 doesn't go. Harris the rebound. We have a whistle and a foul called. It's going to be Rambler basketball. Unless they're going to say 3 seconds in the lane.
You know, I didn't see the call.
I think it's going to be 3 seconds in the lane against Milwaukee. No foul was called. The Ramblers take over possession with 9:37 to go, 51-44. Here's Payne to his left, now back to his right. Picks up his dribble, sends it over to Avercamp. Avercamp angles left of the circle. Up top, Hicks, head and shoulder fake, puts the ball on the deck, kicks it to Turk. Wide open 3, right pocket, ring it up for Devin Turk.
And you see, when they move the ball well, they get much better, much more open shots. That time,
Devin Turk. They've given Porter Moser's Loyola Ramblers a 10-point lead, 54-44 at the 9:17 mark here in the second half. Milwaukee inbounds, almost threw it away as Haggerty's inbounds toss had to be run down by Jordan Aaron on the right baseline. He'll turn, take it back into the offensive end, where he feeds Paris Gully. Gully top of the circle to Panoski. Panoski guarded by Avercamp, feeds Arians out high. Arians has 11 points, but none here so far in the second half. Under 9 minutes to play in the ball game. Gully trying to receive the handoff. Was fouled by Jordan Hicks. He tried to overplay that handoff just left of the key as Hicks picks up the foul. That's going to be his second, team foul number 3. Whistled against the Ramblers here in the second half. So a fresh 35-second shot clock now for Milwaukee as they inbound right in front of their own bench. Get it in to Jordan Aaron. Aaron on the dribble against Kiki White. 8:49 to play. Aaron works around a Panoski ball screen to the line, down the lane, feeds it for Haggerty. Driving to the right baseline, a whistle and a blocking foul called against the Ramblers. Foul's going to be on Christian Thomas. That'll be his first. Team foul number 4 on the maroon and gold. So another fresh 35-second shot clock for Milwaukee this time. They'll inbound right of the rim as Aaron looks to get it in. Inbound pass contested by White. They get into Paris Gully. He'll carry it back above the arc at the right hash mark on the dribble against Jordan Hicks. 54-44, Ramblers by 10. Aaron crosses over on White to the foul line. Tried to feed it for Haggerty. It already broken away from the left wing. Goes off his hands out of bounds. And Milwaukee turns it back over to the Ramblers. 10th turnover committed by the Panthers here in the second half. On the night, I should say, and with 8:30 to play. Ramblers back on offense with 10-point lead in the basketball. Devin Turk above the arc, right side, drives on Haggerty. He's going to sky to the rim. Shot doesn't go, but Avercamp the weak side tip in. Avercamp has 17, and the Rambler lead is a dozen, 56-44. Folks, Milwaukee led this ball game 33-32 at the break. It's been a different story so far here in the second half. Haggerty, top of the circle, jump pass over to Gully, right side, drives on Hicks on the right baseline. They double team him, can't get loose, feeds it for Haggerty between the wickets, out of bounds, far sideline. And Roki comes back in for Milwaukee. Jordan Aaron's going to check out.
The turnover's getting the better of Milwaukee at this point. 11 to this point, I believe. And the Ramblers now starting to show some scoring prowess, and this is exactly the time they need to score.
Ramblers getting some stops defensively as well. So they've gotten to the passing lane. Here's Devin Turk, top of the circle, over to Hicks. Lob feed caught by Avercamp on the right block. Up against Haggerty, layup no, but a whistle and a foul called. And Ben Avercamp's going to go to the line for a pair of foul shots when we come back. Media timeout, we'll take it with them. 7:45 to go, second half. Here from Gentile Arena, him home this year. Ben Avercamp back to the line for the Ramblers. 5 of 6 from the stripe tonight. 17 points, make it 18 points as he knocks down the first foul shot. Avercamp really coming to play today. 9th career double-double. 3rd this year. 18 points, 11 rebounds, 6 offensive boards, and a couple of tip-ins off misses. Second one by Ben. Good again. So 19 for Avercamp, and the Rambler lead all of a sudden is 14. 58-44. Ramblers 26-11 lead here in the second half. Panoski misses a 15-foot jumper on the left elbow. One shot now for the Panthers. Ramblers come away. White jump pass left corner. Turk head and shoulder fake. Guarded by Harzma. Brings it back out above the arc. Now feeds it left baseline. Christian Thomas back up to Turk. Between the rings to White. Cycle out to Hicks. Back to the basket. Shovels off to Turk above the arc with 15 to shoot. Here's Kiki White. Around to Thomas, ball screen to his right. Now back to his left. Dances on the dribble. Gives to Turk. Short corner right comes Hicks. Lob feed to Avercamp. Gathered in. Outside the arc. 6 to shoot. Avercamp put the ball on the deck.
Wow.
Goes all the way to the rack. And he scoops and scores. And Avercamp has 21.
Well, Jordan Hicks with a tremendous tap away for the steal, and Ramblers get it back.
Kiki White touch pass. Thomas gathers in low right off the window and in. Christian Thomas has a dozen. And the Rambler lead is 18, 62-44. And this is all too familiar for this Milwaukee Panther ball club who's been outscored.
So this is going to be big for the Ramblers if he can be consistent as this season goes on.
Well, if we would have had Jordan on Saturday against Detroit in that second half after he picked up his third personal foul, which is 2 seconds left in the first half clock, he was on pace to have a nice afternoon as well, off the bounce and driving hard to the rim with confidence. But unfortunately, because of that foul trouble, had to be on the bench for the vast majority of the second half.
Absolutely.
6:26 to go. Ramblers get a 5-second call as Jordan Hicks right on cue. All over Paris Gully, forces a turnover by the Panthers. That's the 14th of the night committed by Rob Jeter's ball club. Ramblers have been guilty of 10. Kiki White now with the basketball for the Ramblers, who lead at 62-44. White to the foul line. Thomas feeds the post. Osborne broken up by Harzma. Milwaukee comes away. Aaron into the offensive end for the Panthers. Guarded by Kiki White as we approach the 6-minute mark of this second half. Aaron to his right around a Harzma ball screen. Now dances to the right wing. Two hands a pass. Haggerty over to Arians. Fires a three. Left pocket and it's good. Devin Turk a little bit late coming over. And Arians his first points here in the second half after going for 11 in the opening frame. He has 14 tonight. Arians just a freshman. 4 triples tonight for the young man. Out of Stoughton, Wisconsin. Hicks to answer for 3. Left corner. Book it. Jordan Hicks from downtown to the left-hand corner. Give him 17. The Rambler lead is 65-47. 5:25 to go. Second half. Here's Aaron to the foul line. Flip for Gully. Foul line jumper on the way off. Back rim a miss. Rebound run down by Haggerty. Milwaukee's going to rewrite the offense. Now Arians fires a 3 over Turk from NBA range. Turk was all over him, and Arians somehow found the bottom of the net. He has 17.
That was a tough shot.
65-50. It's really hard to give a knock to Devin Turk on that because he was all over Arians like a glove. 5-play coverage. 65-50 our count. Ramblers by 15 with the rock. 4:58 to go. Second half. Milwaukee is fresh out of timeouts. Ramblers still have 2 to play with at their disposal for the final 4:51. Cully Payne, top of the circle on the dribble for the Vernon Gold. Gives to Avercamp, refeeds Payne on the right wing. Now comes Hicks. Hicks puts the ball on the deck, drives on Arians. Shovels it above the arc to O'Leary. Now back over to Hicks. Hicks will drive into the paint. Kick it left side, Payne. Jump pass, Hicks. Left baseline, 15-foot jumper, rattles and falls. 19 for the senior out of Rochester, Minnesota. The Ramblers a 17-point lead, 67-50, 4:24 to play, and Aaron at the other end forces contact. It'll be a blocking foul called against the Ramblers. They're going to get Kiki White for the personal foul. That's going to be his first. Team foul number 5 of the Ramblers here in the second half.
Boy, Jordan Hicks is really burning it up here for the Ramblers. I mean, 19 points. He's really doing a great job tonight.
19 points for Hicks. Season high of 15 against Tennessee Tech. 12 points against Furman. Had 13 points at Chicago State in the overtime victory, but 19, a new season high for the senior out of Rochester. 67-51. Ramblers by 16. Aaron to the line with 4:23 to go. Free throw on the way is good. So 8 points now for Aaron. Check that, 9 points now for Aaron as he makes good on both. And at 68-51, a 17-point Rambler lead. Hicks gives to O'Leary in the right point. Ball was knocked away by Aaron. O'Leary got it back, now on the deck. And a reach-in foul called against Milwaukee right in front of our microphone. Foul's going to go against Jordan Aaron. That'll be his third.
Third personal, 17-5.
That's going to send Matt O'Leary to the line for the Ramblers. Foul line 2 on right. First trip to the line tonight for O'Leary. On the season, he's 8 for 9. 89% clip for the freshman out of Terre Haute, Indiana. Free throw on the way. Off back rim. It rolled out. And Harris the rebound for the Panthers. Approach the 4-minute mark. 67-52. Ramblers by 15. Here's Aaron. Crosses over. Right of the key. Can't get loose. Flips it back up top. Over to Richard. Richard, two hands a pass to the right point. Aaron, now Harzma backing down O'Leary. Into the paint, off to the window. Shot doesn't go. Offensive foul call. They're going to say Harzma trying to body up on O'Leary. Dropped his right shoulder. Harzma commits the foul. That's going to be his first. Team foul number 8 on the Panthers. So the Ramblers will have it when we come back. Media timeout. We'll take it with them. With minutes and 51 seconds.
In action here at the Gentile on this Saturday, February 2nd at 1 p.m. as they take on the Green Bay Phoenix. Call 773-508-WOLF, visit LoyolaRamblers.com, or stop by the ticket office today.
Here at Gentile Arena, 3:51 to play. Ramblers the basketball. Coley Payne runs the point. This trip down, picked up by Aaron. Gives it right wing Hicks. High post feed in the mid post over to Kiki White. Shovels down to Thomas. Couldn't handle the pass. Deflected by Harris. Out of bounds. It'll stay with the Ramblers with 25 to shoot. 21 points for Ben Avercamp on the night. His 9th career double-double. 19 points for Jordan Hicks. A new season high for Hicks as the Ramblers inbound. 19 the shot clock now as Payne has it out high. Gives to Hicks. High post feed Avercamp. Turns on Harzma, flips it above the arc. Payne back over to Avercamp, turns the corner baseline left. Shot doesn't go. It was contested well by Harzma. Rebound deflected out of bounds. And it'll be Milwaukee basketball with 3:25 to go. 67-52. Milwaukee on the road. They will be at Valparaiso Friday night. 7 o'clock to start time. Ramblers back home on Saturday at 1 to take on Green Bay as Harris backing down Avercamp all the way at the other end. Harris kissed it off the window and in, his 10th point of the night. Ramblers break pressure, 3:10 to go, 67-54.
Whoa!
Hicks elevates to the cup and just finger rolls it in over Harzma. Jordan Hicks with 21. And it's 69-54, 2:54 to play. Hicks at times has looked like a man among boys here tonight. Aaron a runner. Good, and the foul as Thomas trying to dig in, take the charge. Aaron, little teardrop, give him 11. And a foul shot to come as Christian Thomas picks up the personal foul. That's going to be his second. Team foul number 6 called against the Maroon and Gold. Evan Richard checks out for Milwaukee, along with Harzma. So Aaron back to the line for the Milwaukee Panthers, where he's 3 of 3 from the stripe tonight. He has 11 points. To go along with a team high 5 assists. Free throw on the way, good. So Jordan Aaron converts a 3-point play. Give him 12. That's a 69-57 lead for the Ramblers as Ben Avercamp.
know he can score the basketball. I've seen him year in and year out. He's been injured for a number of years, and so it's great to see him having success.
Avercamp finds White, who streaks in at the other end, and the Ramblers run the post pattern. It results in White laying it up and in. He has 5, and the Rambler lead extends to 14, 71-57. Aaron at the other end knocks down a jumper off the bounce. He has 14 as well. Back to a 12-point game, 2:29 to play. Avercamp runs the baseline, gets it in backcourt to Kelly Payne. Payne on the dribble through the center circle to the forecourt. Now wheels back around between the circles to Avercamp. Gives to Hicks on the right point. Hicks picked up by Arians on the dribble, shovels down in the lane to Thomas, but a reach-in foul called against Ryan Haggerty. That'll be his 4th. Haggerty trying to deny that entry pass down to Christian Thomas. I'm sorry, excuse me. Haggerty commits his 5th, and he is done. So Haggerty is going to check out with 6 points on the night. Thomas to the line, where he's 2 of 2 from the stripe tonight, 12 points. 4 rebounds in 20 minutes of action for the sophomore out of St. Louis. Free throw, rims out, rebound. Harris couldn't handle it in, and Avercamp comes away for the Ramblers. Ramblers reset. Here's Hicks, blows off the right wing.
Oh, my
Stuffed
goodness.
it home, but he walked on that first step off the right wing, and Hicks and the Ramblers give it back over to Milwaukee with 2:07 to play. 71-59, Ramblers by 12. Panoski gets it in backcourt over to Paris Gully. Quickly hands off to Jordan Aaron, who's having a nice second half for Milwaukee. Ramblers drop a double team, and the ball's knocked away off one of the Ramblers on the far sideline. So it'll stay with Milwaukee, 29 to shoot for the Panthers with 2:01 to play in the ball game. A pivotal home game for the Ramblers as they are playing game number 2 of a 3-game Horizon League homestand. They let the first one go by on Saturday, but Ramblers looking to regroup and draw even on this 3-game set. Panoski spots up a 3 over Avercamp, well off the mark. Rebound, pinballed out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by the Ramblers. It'll stay with Milwaukee, 1:45 to go. On the game clock, 13 on the Milwaukee shot clock. They'll inbound from left of the rim. Jordan Aaron, lob feed, run down by Harris between the rings. Refeeds Aaron on the handoff, guarded by Cully Payne. Aaron back to his right. Step back 3, straight on, rattles and falls. Jordan Aaron, his 45th 3-ball of the campaign. He has 17 points, 15 here in the second half. And this is a 9-point game with 85 seconds to play, 71-62. Kiki White picks up his dribble in backcourt, feeds it for Payne. Payne, high post feed, down low. Thomas wide open for the spike. The Ramblers broke the trap. Thomas spiked it home with 2 hands. 14 for Thomas, and the Ramblers are back up by 11 with 1:08 to play. Harris skies to the rim, couldn't finish the layup attempt, but a blocking foul called against the Ramblers at the other end. Thought that was going to be the offensive foul called against Harris, but instead Thomas whistled in for a personal foul, and the blocking variety, that's going to be his 3rd.
Yeah, that's a tough play. I thought Christian Thomas was established here, but great play on the offensive end for the Ramblers. I think that ball was tipped. It's just Christian Thomas just happened to be in the right place at the right time for the dunk.
73-62, Ramblers by 11 with 66 seconds left on the clock. Harris to the line, foul line to our left. He's 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight. 10 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Free throw on the way. He missed it. One more to come for Harris, the senior out of Jacksonville, Arkansas.
Well, Harris has an athletic body. It's like the kids say, well, he's a beast. Once he's around the basket and raises up there, well, he really gets over the rim.
49% from the floor coming into play today. Good for 4th in the Horizon League, and all he's done today is knock down 4 of 6 shots. He makes the second, so he splits his pair from the line. 11 points for Harris. 10-point game with 1:06 to play. Avercamp inbounds to Cully Payne. Payne in backcourt. Picks up his dribble, a bounce for Turk, broken up by Milwaukee, and Aaron comes away. Aaron bobbled the dribble, goes out of bounds on the baseline, and Milwaukee turns it right back over to the Ramblers. Panthers had forced a turnover, but then Aaron just dribbled it off his right foot and couldn't run it down before it snuck out of bounds on the left baseline. So the Ramblers now a fresh 35. This time they'll inbound underneath their own hoop. Avercamp has it high on the left, guarded by Harris. Under a minute to play. 22-second differential, game and shot clock. Here's Payne on the drive to the foul line. Drops it off for Avercamp. Can't get loose on Panoski. Instead shovels back off over to Payne. Payne on the dribble against Harris. 18 to shoot. Payne crosses over. Back to Avercamp. He'll put it on the deck to the foul line, down the lane. Right of the key. Runs it up right hand. Shot doesn't go. But J.J. Panoski, the 6'10 redshirt freshman out of Broadhead, Wisconsin, is going to pick up the personal foul. And that'll send Ben Avercamp to the line. Joe Panoski picks up his 4th, team foul number 10 on Milwaukee here in the second half. Avercamp to the line for a double bonus opportunity. Foul line to our right. Ben 21 points, 12 rebounds, 7 of 8 from the stripe tonight. First one rattles out. 9th career double-double for Ben. 3rd time this year he's done so. 15 points, 10 rebounds in the victory at Northern Illinois. Also 18 and 11 at Chicago State in that overtime win. Splits his pair there, does Ben. 22 points now for the senior. And the Rambler lead is 11 once again, 74-63. Shot clock has gone dark, 27 seconds for the game. Gully drives, and a blocking foul called on Jordan Hicks. Gully a bit out of control, but still able to draw the contact and the personal foul against Jordan Hicks.
That really looked like an offensive foul there, but not much going the Ramblers' way on the defensive end as it relates to those fouls. But they're doing a much better job on the offensive end and continuing to extend the score.
So Paris Gully, the team's top scorer, coming into play, 15.2 points per contest, just 4 points tonight on 2 of 12 shooting. 0 of 3 from beyond the arc. He got a benevolent bounce in the first foul shot, knocked it through. 5 points now for Gully. Milwaukee was at a 50% clip at halftime. Now 45% on the night from the floor, 40% from beyond the arc as Gully makes good on both. 6 points now for the senior out of Peoria, Illinois. 74-65, Rambler lead is 9, and Thomas fouled in backcourt. I believe they're going to get Demetrius Harris for the personal foul this time. They do. That'll be his 4th. So a double bonus opportunity at the other end for the Vernon Gold. This time the former Christian Thomas, who's 2 of 3 from the stripe tonight. 14 points, 4 rebounds on 6 of 8 shooting for Christian Thomas, who came in second in the Horizon League at 59% clip from the floor. And that's going to go up a bit tonight, as he's 75% tonight, as Thomas knocks down the first foul shot. 5 points, 15 points on the night for Thomas. One more foul shot to come on the way. Good. So 16 for Thomas, 22 for Avercamp, and 21 for Jordan Hicks, as the Ramblers lead it by 11 with 20 seconds left here in Rogers Park on a Wednesday night. Aaron off the bounce. Jumper from 15 doesn't go. Hicks the rebound. Gets it away to Avercamp. Not 7th rebound of the night for Jordan Hicks. And the Ramblers are going to let the final 7 seconds run off of this one. And when the clock hits 0, the Ramblers are going to pick up their 13th.